I'd like to welcome you here inside of Warrior Stadium here in beautiful Worland, Wyoming. Glad to have you all with us here for the third match of the 2026 campaign as the Worland Lady Warriors get set to host the Cody Phillies. And it's our first broadcast here from Warrior Stadium. Before we get started, I'd like to kind of go through our pregame routine here. We're going to try to make this a bit of a habit throughout the course of the season and into our football and basketball broadcasts in 2026, 2027 as well. Um, um, but I would like to remind you that the Worland Warriors and the Cody Phillies are members of the Wyoming High School Activities Association, which wants to remind all players, coaches, and spectators to follow the 307 way. The 3 represents the 3 opportunities in academics, activities, and athletics by the member schools of the WHSAA. The 0 represents zero tolerance for poor sportsmanship, and the 7 represents the 7 ideals of the 307 way, which are respect the participants, officials, fans, your school, and your opponents. Encourage supporting both teams and officials in a positive way. Hold yourself and others accountable for the actions taken at all events. Lead those around you in the 307 way. Be a positive influence on players, coaches, officials, and fans. Show tenacity in promoting positive behavior at school events. And hold yourself to the highest standard when it comes to the 307 way. We here at Two Basins Sports Network are committed to upholding the 307 way during our broadcasts, and we encourage our viewers to refrain from derogatory or demeaning comments toward all players, coaches, officials, and fellow spectators. And as always, go Warriors. Glad to have you all with us here as we are just about 90 seconds away from the start of today's match. Let's go through a couple of notes before we get into today's action. Of course, we'd like to thank all of our supporters here on YouTube as well as our followers on the TBSN Facebook page for all your continued support of Worland Warrior and Worland Brave Soccer on TBSN. But we'll be right back here in just a moment. I'd like to welcome you atop the press box here at beautiful Warrior Stadium in Worland, Wyoming. Let's go over some of your notes here. This is the TBSN pregame roundup. The Worland Lady Warriors coming into this game with an 0-2 record on the year. They lost to Lander 6-1 in Lander. We were on the mic for that game. We missed the game against Sheridan. That one ended 5-0 in favor of the Phillies, including a hat trick by one of the Sheridan players. Worland currently sits dead last in the 3A East standings. They're currently right now tied with Torrington and Douglas to start the 2026 campaign. Unfortunately, hopefully trying to make up some of those points here in today's game. However, even more bad news for the Lady Warriors. Ali Stamatakos still the only one that has scored for the Lady Warriors in the 2026 girls soccer season. She scored that first half goal against the Lander Valley Lady Tigers, and she obviously no goals for the Lady Warriors in that game against Sheridan. They'll be looking to break the scoreless streak and try to nail their first win of the season as well in this game. However, it's not going to be easy because Cody, fresh off the 2025 WHSAA Class 3A title from last season. They'll be looking to repeat as champs and also try to get their 8th title in school history for girls soccer. Cody currently right now 3rd in the WHSAA Class 3A West standings. They're currently behind the Powell Lady Panthers and the Lander Valley Lady Tigers, who are both 3-0. However, that may be a little bit skewed because the Cody Bronx have only played one game. They played last week, and they beat the Douglas Lady Bearcats 2-1 in their season opener last week. Obviously, spring break didn't give them very much room to play. And currently, Cody, that was not reflected, unfortunately, in our in our little splash screen earlier, but Cody is ranked currently number 1 in Class 3A girls and boys soccer, so this is going to be an extremely difficult game for the Lady Warriors. However, there is a lot of hope here as they enter their 2nd home game of the season. We were not on the microphone for the game against Sheridan. The schedule from the Washakie County School District said that they were going to be on the practice field, so we didn't even bother coming out. However, we are here now. We'll be making the trip down or up to Newcastle here in a couple of days. However, we do need to keep our viewers aware that the boys will not be playing in Newcastle, at least at the varsity level. Newcastle is not fielding a varsity boys team for 2026. The ladies, however, will be making the varsity trip up to Newcastle. We will be in Newcastle, however, we will not be in Torrington. So do keep that in mind. Our next middle school broadcast, we're expecting to be in Riverton on Monday, so do keep in mind about that. So with that being said, kickoff about ready to get underway here from beautiful Warrior Stadium. We do have a roster for the Lady Warriors. We don't have a roster, though, for Cody. We are trying desperately to get a hold of one. So we are getting ready to start. Worland will have the kickoff to start us off. So with that being said, there was a couple issues with the score clock earlier, but we are underway. The Worland Warriors and the Cody Phillies on Two Basins Sports Network. And we're going to step aside real quick just a moment. We're trying to ask for the roster. Sorry about that, guys. We'd like to welcome you back on TBS. So we just had to steal a roster real quick. But Worland on the kickoff to start us away here. And a couple people will be looking at today. Of course, always got to keep your eye on Allie Stamatakos, the Greek freak. Her brother Sam Stamatakos had a goal in the middle school game against Powell in that 2-2 draw. Of course, we made the mistake of who scored that opening goal. It was Stamatakos. After we reviewed the film. But that is beside the point. It is high school soccer here. Cody with the corner kick. And now Kristen Boysen with it, with the last name sharing the name of the reservoir on our logo. So that's a little bit interesting there. But here comes Cody in the midfield and knocked away down on the near side. And a little bit of sloppy midfield play by both sides to start off, but kicked back up forward by Aspen Hamilton. And now trying to advance it out into the near side. A big chance here. Keeper will come to it on a lazy roller. That was Macy Ball. So good job there by Cody to get a hold of it. But Cody trying to mount the counterattack now. They will come across the midfield. Intercepted here by the Lady Warriors. One of the defensive midfielders was there in on the takeaway. Now 14 with it up to the far side. She'll try to go up toward the track. And a little bit of congestion up on that far side, up in the middle of the pitch. And now here comes a big counterattack coming up here for Cody. Down left side into the penalty box. Not able to get much going there. They'll take it from outside the 18-yard box here. Here they come again. Down left side, gets it in, up into the goal area. And out of bounds, out the back end. And so that is going to end up resulting in a goal kick for the Warriors. Looks like it is Kinley Hoffman, the senior defender, also playing at the midfield for the Lady Warriors as well. She'll try to set that one up, but that's going to go up to the far side, up toward the pole vault pit, but still in touch. Warriors, good footwork to try to get the steal away, but this is going to come back the other way. Counterattack opportunity for Cody. Tries to cross into the box. It overshoots her man. That's going to go up toward the corner. Flag knocks it down almost in the process. Still in touch for the Cody Phillies. Intercepted in the 18-yard box by the Warriors and coming in with contact to it there. A bit of a awkward bounce there, but goes in over the head of both the Phillies and the Lady Warrior players in the box here. Cody still trying to play the ball back to their midfielders, moving back up into the middle of the field, tries a long lob and almost went there, but it will roll out toward the bus garage here at Warriors Stadium, and it will be a goal kick for the Warriors. And now this is kind of making me a little bit nervous about the Lady Warriors defense here. We saw this in the Lander game, didn't get a chance to see it in the Sheridan game, probably for the best, but we saw in the Lander game just kind of how the midfielders, we knew this was kind of happening. They were kind of struggling a little bit to get something going in that midfield to start off. And now here comes the 11 of Elena Tortson. I saw her last year. That is a name that we're pretty familiar with. Sorry about the camera there, guys. Okay. Plays it back up to the defenders. Now back up to midfield. Intercepted. This could be a very dangerous chance here. Now here comes the 4, tries to give a pass, and now a big opportunity as they get up into the front forward. Here comes the 14 of Paige Lundgren. They're playing her a little bit higher up than normal. Now here comes Stabatakos into the 18-yard box, tries a shot, it's up and deflected. And that is going to come back the other, no, not quite. Actually, it's still going to stay here with the Lady Warriors, and it's coming back to the Phillies now. A little bit of a interception there, some interference from Maddie Robertson, senior midfielder there in on the takeaway. But now here comes Worland. This is the most we've seen them in that attacking third all season. But so far, they're making it work off the boot of Aspen Hamilton. Pushes it back up toward the defenders, tries to get a pass to Paige Lundgren. And now back into the defending area here. Cody trying to clear it out. A good little chip pass up, and keeper will roll to it. Tegan Mulshin right there to try to get it. One of the Phillies getting the turf monster there, but they're going to keep it there midfield. Kind of trying to set up a play here. They got their 3 forwards up there and launches it sky high in a panic. Goes out of touch along the around the near side. Flag will point toward the Lady Warriors side, and a throw in coming in from the track. Skies it up just a little ways. Now to the near side. Ali Stamatakos, the Greek freak with it. Tries to give it back up to the keeper. Molson with the lazy roller. This is going to go right into her with a scoop. And the drop kick is they're going to try to play it up into the middle of the field. They try to throw them a little bit of a bone there. They'll go to the near side. Worland with the possession here. A bit of a chip off of Brynlyn Rollins. And already, you can definitely see Worland definitely a little ticked off about that loss to both Lander and Sheridan. Near side, that one's kicked up. Flag goes up. It will be a throw-in for the Lady Warriors. That one went out of bounds there quickly, but they took care of it. Now here comes Cody. Big counterattack opportunities. They try to roll it into the 18-yard box and kicked out the end line there. I'm trying to get the number for you as to who that was on the clearance, but either way, that is going to be a corner kick coming up for the Cody Phillies. 33 minutes to go into this match, into the 8th minute. Corner kick delivers into the box and through. It's going to go out the end line. That was a big, kind of a dangerous play there. I believe that was Grace Hayes, if I'm not mistaken, that was in on the shot. Corner kick coming up. This is, I believe, the 3rd corner kick of the game for the Bronx, or for the Phillies. I apologize. Made this mistake all the time with Thermopolis. 25, it delivers into the box, headed out the end line. I think they're going to have another corner if you're keeping count at home now, this is the 4th corner kick for the Phillies today. And same set piece taker here, Molly Reitzovitz. Reitzovitz trying to take the corner kick. This is up into the box and chopped back up. This is going to stay in the attacking side. Tries to go for it, and the field goal is good. Unfortunately, the wrong kind of football. That will not be 3 points on the board for Cody. Although, to be fair, Cody would know a thing or two about drilling one of those, being in the, I believe, I don't think they were just in the state title game. I think they lost the Star of Halley in that 3A title game, but either way, throws it back in. Cody, try to see who that was there. I think it was a 21 of Grace Hayes that kicked that one back up to the far side. Throw in coming in for Worland as the poor girl has to chase that one behind the scoreboard into the long jump pit. 31-20 to go on the scoreboard here in Warrior Stadium. Speaking of scoreboard, there was a couple of technical gremlins today. They almost didn't get the clock running in time. In fact, the broadcaster to our right was preparing to use his smartphone watch to try to keep track of the time if need be. We have the benefit of a clock on our scoreboard, but up to the far side here. Tries to go toward the end line. This could be a big attacking chance. And kind of a combo between a cross and a shot there. I kind of feel like, I think she was trying to get across there. I think she just kind of overcooked it. That's going to be a goal kick for Worland, though. A good attempt there for the Phillies. Unfortunately, just didn't have enough control underneath it. Goal kick coming up for the Lady Warriors. Trying to play it out the back was a 21, now intercepted. Cody back on the attack, trying to make something out of it here, trying to turn defense into attack. Here comes the 4 of Kristen Boysen. She'll get this one back up. Pardon me, I know I'm supposed to be calling the game for Worland, but just with the last name Boysen and our logo being the Boysen Reservoir, I kind of want her to score a little bit. But I didn't tell you that. Cody trying to play it out the backside. Worland tries to get the counterattack. I think this is Lundgren with it. And now that one, unfortunately, neither team was able to win that foot race as the soccer ball going to go out toward one of those long jump pits facing the north end of the field. The throw in coming up, and now gets it up toward the touch line. Trying to go a 2-on-1 situation. Does win that battle. Plays it back up to the 21 of Annie Page. Tries to work it through the middle of the pitch. Worland still has the possession for now, but they'll work it back up to the midfield line. Aspen Hamilton with it. Hamilton now goes to the right side. Here comes the 11 of Maddie Robertson. And now they're smartly playing it out the backfield here, just giving it to their defenders. You can definitely tell Worland using that 4-3 or that 4-3-3 formation, making good use of the 4 defenders in the back. Definitely see Jesus Davila. Can't remember if he went with that 4-3-3 against Lander, but a big counterattack opportunity coming up. Here comes Stamatakos. Works her way to the middle of the pitch, and a through ball up to the far side, out of touch and a little bit too much power underneath it. And Ali Stamatakos looking for her second goal of the 2026 campaign. Like we said earlier in our pregame roundup, she kind of just. She's the only one to score for Worland. Unfortunately didn't get anything in the game against Sheridan, as Worland didn't score a goal at all in that game against Sheridan. But she was the lone goal in the game against the Tigers. We watched that goal back earlier this morning. And a big through attempt here. Tries to get it into the 18-yard box, and the keeper, Tegan Molson, there to scoop it up. The kick. This is going to go up to the midfield line, heads it forward. And now Ali Stamatakos working her way up to the far side. Like we said, her brother Sam had a goal in the middle school game against Powell earlier last week. Speaking of which, we do have more middle school soccer coming for you on Monday. We'll be heading to Wolverine Stadium in Riverton. We'll be all over God's creation in the next 5 days. We're going to Newcastle this weekend for the girls' varsity match. Up to the far side, works her way back up. 14 of Paige Lundgren tries to go for the through ball, and it's tapped away by Cody. Lundgren chases it down. Barely any effort there to try to get there. She didn't need to exert too much there. Stamatakos with it. Tries a lob to the 10 of Elena Studi. And now here comes Lundgren. Lundgren to the middle. And not able to get it off there to Stamatakos. And a potential counterattack opportunity coming up here for Cody. Out through the middle of the field. Tries a through ball, and it's cleared back away by Kinley Hoffman. The senior able to get a boot on it there. Boot to leather. And that's going to be a throw-in from the far side here as we are into the 14th minute of this match. Beautiful work so far by the Warriors against the number 1 team in all of Class 3A. But the girls, to be completely fair, held their own against Sheridan. Sheridan was the 3rd best team in 4A coming into last week's match, and it could have been a heck of a lot worse as the boys demonstrated. So really, really impressed with how they're playing in this match thus far. They're really composing themselves. And Lander and Powell kind of licking their chops here, trying to see if Cody ends up losing this match, because this could have implications for how Class 3A West ends up shaping up after week 3 of the soccer season. Up to the far side here, Cody trying to mount the attack. Trying to get it out of the 18-yard box. Still playing in the defensive half. And tries a back heel. One-on-one, a little bit of a difficult ball here. This goes up to the far side. Moving back up into the rough patch of grass. She'll try a cross into the box. And Molson will get there on time. And a goal kick coming up here for Worland. Molson stays inside the 18-yard box, gets it up to the far side. Out of touch it goes. Flag pointed toward the Cody side of the pitch. 25 minutes to go. Tries to chase it down at the end line, and not the best throw-in I've ever seen, especially from the Bronx or for the Phillies. And we have a substitution coming on. Looks to be Kyla Sumita, the freshman, coming on. We saw Kyla last year at the middle school level. Was really impressed with how she played last year. Glad to see her in the orange and black here today, or I should probably say orange and white. So, the goal kick here. Cody has been controlling the possession so far, but a bad turnover there. And now Worland, I think she might have tried to go for the through ball there, but ends up overcooking it. Stamatakos one-on-one, pokes it away from the 21 of Grace Hayes. Now down the near side, now off of the front of the boot, rolled off the laces and out of bounds. Throw in coming in for Cody. With the sleeveless jersey here, we'll throw it in. Along now into the middle. Or Worland trying to work it out off the header. Didn't work really. That's going to reset, or Cody's going to reset from the far side. But now the interception. Worland going to try to work it back out of the defensive third. But now Cody, oh, dear Lord. Took a shot to the face, but Worland ends up getting the possession. Paige Lundgren with the pass to start it all as they try to get a push off of Maddie Robertson, trying to get it up past the center midfield. And now here comes Cody trying to mount the counterattack. That's not going to work. Now Worland with a through ball to the far side, down the right wing. Unfortunately, just kind of doesn't win that foot race. We do have a whistle. Annie Page. I think she's got a nosebleed. She is holding her nose. You remember, she's the one who took the shot to the face there as Cody tried to get the through ball. But good Lord, it was a heck of a shot to the face there. She's going to get checked out by the training staff down there. Hopefully she's okay, but she put her face on the line. At that shot to the face did kind of get that counterattack opportunity going for Worland. They did manage to get it up past the midfield, so take the positives with that one, I suppose. Talk about being a good teammate. But the free kick coming up here for Worland off the stoppage of play. 23 minutes to go in the first half of action from Warrior Stadium. Second home game of the season for the Lady Warriors. Free kick coming up down the right side. Delivers into the 18-yard box. Still a loose ball. Could be an opportunity. And chased back by the defender. Rolls it out onto the track. Should be a throw-in for the Lady Warriors. Trying to keep an eye on that there as the ball boys working overtime over there on the pole vault pit. Looks like we got a sub here actually for Worland. They have stopped the clock at 22:30 here for the substitution. And I think we got one limping off. I think that might be as Davila helping his player to the near side, but throw in coming in for Worland. And Cody on the takeaway, trying to mount the counterattack. They got two forwards pushing up, one man to the left wing. Weaves her way through two Warriors. Cody on the through ball into the 18-yard box. It overcooked. Ooh, that was a good look for Cody, but unfortunately just not very good ball control by either the Lady Warriors or the Cody Phillies. Phillies have had consistently better ball control. However, it has not resulted in anything finding the back of the net just yet. Keep in mind, remember, Worland coming off of an 0-2 start to the season. Oh, the shot is up. Field goal is good. And that is going to head up toward the bus barn there. But like we said earlier, I'd like to remind you, Cody coming in with a win over the Douglas Lady Bearcats. I believe it was 3-2 or 2-1 in that game against Douglas. The Lady Warriors lost 5-0 to Sheridan last week and then lost to Lander in the season opener. We were in Lander for that game, 6-1 with the goal by Ellie Samatakos being the only goal. Maddie Robertson passes it out. She was the one on the turnover there, and they'll cough it back up and out into the 18-yard box. Here comes Brenlyn Rollins out the end line as that one's taken back by a Philly. And if you can believe it, we're already almost halfway through in this first half as we are into the 20th minute. 3 subs coming on for Cody. I'm trying to get those numbers for you here, but I think it's Ricevitz as well as, I can't quite see the numbers there. The glass kind of distorting the numbers a little bit up here in the press box, but we got a corner kick coming up. That one's up, delivers into the goal area. And out the back end, I thought from my angle it would go into the net, but rolls out onto the running track as the track and field athletes are currently in the midst of their warm-up for practice. Goes into it here. Now out the end line, flag goes up. That's going to probably be a corner. It looks like Aspen Hamilton was the one getting to a good hustle. Unfortunately, not quite good enough. Corner kick delivered, forward with it outside the 18-yard box. Tries the delivery up to Kristen Boysen, the senior. And now with it is Ricevitz. Ricevitz on the cross. And a little overcooked as she tried to go to her left side. I think it was intended for Paula Lopez. Can't quite see, though. Either way, it's going to be a goal kick potentially here coming up for Worland. 19:39 to go here in this opening half. The kick. And that one goes up to the far side. Tries to chop it up off the noggin of one of the Lady Warriors there on the far side. That was off of actually the Ada Brenlyn Rollins. Now down the left side on the left wing. Trying to work her way into the box. Tries to pass it out into the corner of the penalty area. Now back up into the half, and now opportunistic as Elena Studi. Check that. Kyla Samita, the freshman. Like we said, we saw her play at the middle school level last year, but she was a very important part of the Lady Braves last season. A very dangerous attacker, and glad to see her out there playing at that, or I shouldn't really say attacker, but midfielder. Glad to see her back out there. Throw in, out just barely outside the box. I think one-on-one, I want to say that was Morales, but the kick is skied and out toward the running track it goes. And into the fence. And looks like we got one coming in for Worland, number 21, Annie Page back in. I think we also see Raina Jones also back in for Cody. Throw in for Cody. That one just barely caressing the line there. They'll go to the left side. Cody trying to mount the shot, and it's blocked. Good look for Cody, but unfortunately the Great Wall of Worland was there to stop it. I guess fortunately if you're a Worland fan, but that's going to go out toward the left side, or out of touch. It'll be a throw in for Worland out the left side. And now down the near side, tries to be methodical and overcooks it on the pass to Paige Lundgren. A ground pass along the near side. Here comes Braley Varian. One-on-one. Varian looks for a pass and wanted to shoot there. You can see it in her eyes. And now Chloe Harris, she'll go to her left side. Winds up about 30 yards from goal. Tries a shot. It goes to her knees and takes the scoop. Tegan Molson, the star of the show so far, hasn't let anything at her. And she's had a couple of shots on goals go toward her. She has not been afraid of it. So you got to give her credit where credit is due. The defenders, though, doing their jobs the way they should be as well. Speaking of defending, a bit of a challenge there in the standing tackle attempt. 2-on-1, moving to her left side there. Rysovitz looking left side to the 21, and it takes the shot, and it's blocked. And now here comes Kristen Boysen. She'll move it up to the middle of the pitch. Out of touch up toward the trash can there. Heads up down there on the track. Boysen will look to throw it in. Boysen looking to the near side. Kneed up by the 9, and that's out of touch along the near side, as I think it is going to be a Lady Warrior throw in. So it looks like Aspen Hamilton along the touch line. Near side, gives up to Lundgren. Lundgren loses control of it. Now picked up back by Aspen Hamilton, the sophomore. Tries a through ball. That's not going to work. And now Cody gets the ball back on along the near side. 16 minutes to go. A slight chop to Lundgren. Worland starting to have a little bit more trouble playing out of the midfield, but now here they go. 19 of Kyla Samita was down there. And now here comes Cody trying to get the attack there. Flag goes up, throw in for Worland. Not wasting any time. We got subs coming on. That is going to be Ali Stamatakos and Brenlyn Rollins coming on. So the Greek Freak back in, terrorizing the forward spot again. They're going to have to really find a way to give an outlet to her. Like we said, Stamatakos, we've been beating this dead horse past 2 weeks now. She's the only one to score so far for Worland. Was one of their best scorers, if not their very best scorer last season in 2025. Works her way through the middle, and now Cody on the takeaway. Tries a shot from way outside the penalty box. That's not going to work. Out the end line here, and now Worland going to have a goal kick attempt here. 15 minutes to go in the opening half. And somehow it's still scoreless. Worland really clamping down. They took it. They saw Cody was the number 1 team in 3A. They took it as a challenge. They've been playing really well so far against the number 1 team in 3A. And now Worland into the attacking third. Retreats back up to the middle. And a through ball down the right side will not win the foot race. Just a little bit off and out of touch along the far side. And so with that, of this match, still a lot more football to go in today's game as the Worland Warriors get set to go on the road against Newcastle and Torrington. We will be in Newcastle, but we will not be in Torrington. Down the near side, tries a shot, goes to her knee, and like a hockey goalkeeper, was able to get there. Looked exactly like a save you'd see in hockey, but a beautiful, beautiful save for Tegan Molson. And now trying to work their way back. The 4 of Kristen Boysen was there for a second. She tried to pass down the near side. And now here comes the 9 of Braley Varian. Looks to her left side. Now here comes the 25 of Molly Rysovitz. Into the box. Tries a shoot. That's into the keeper. And you got to give a big nod to Tegan Molson. Absolutely fearless today. She seems a lot more confident in this game than she looked in the game against Lander. And I think she knows that she's making a big difference here. But this is going to be a big counterattack opportunity as Grace Hayes tries to line up the shot. The field goal is good. 13 minutes to go and another goal kick for Worland. We got Sailor Decker, the sophomore, checking into the match here. And she'll come on to replace Stamatakos. And looks like she's getting quite a few breathers here today. But playing out the back, they're going to try this. 15 of Kinley Hoffman trying to get back there, and it looks to be out of touch along the far side. The guys practicing their long jump probably going to have to keep an eye out for a rogue ball here the next few minutes. But got a sub for Cody. It looks to be Kimber Chrysler, the junior forward and midfielder. Throw in for Cody. Inside the attacking third, skies it up. That one going out. Ew, that's actually going to go right into the middle school field. Throw in coming up here for Cody. Well, I guess on the bright side, middle schoolers have an extra ball to practice with. But rolls it in. Looks like actually it'll be a throw in for Worland. So Worland going to have an opportunity with 12 minutes to go. Coming up at halftime, we're going to have your Two Basins Sports Network scores from around the Wind River and Bighorn Basins. Every team in Wyoming, or at least every team in Class 3A, is playing a game today. Pinedale, or maybe not today, but this week, Pinedale is going to have their first game coming up. They're the only team in 3A that has not played a match thus far. But that's all coming up at halftime. But right now, Cody trying to mount an attack before halftime. Has an open shot, or has an open opportunity, but that was going to be cleared out the near side. Good work by Worland to close that gap. And that could have been an open shot on goal. Cody's got to hustle to the ball a little bit quicker than that. That should have been a shot on goal at the very least. But Worland very lucky it didn't end up being 1-0 off of that. But they closed in when they needed to, and that's all that matters. Throw in coming in for the Phillies. 10:50 to go in the first half. Throws it up into the 18-yard box. Tries a shot off the volley. That's not going to work. Down the left wing. Tries a cross. Not going to work. Still has possession. And now back to the 14. Could have a shot here. Actually, I think this might be... Boys, oh no, it's not. It's Talich. That's going to go off and over the crossbar again. Cody has had probably about 12 points worth of field goals today if this was American football rather than association football. But Worland will have another goal kick here. Cody knocking on the door constantly here. Now back into the defensive half. Cody trying to line up an attack. 10 into the final 10 minutes. 31st minute, the shot. It goes wide to the right. Just barely. Molson still tried for the dive. Thought for sure that was going into the back of the net as we got a couple checking in, 16 and 29. Mara Graham checking in and Brooklyn August also checking in. August had a good amount of attacks in the game against Lander a couple weeks ago. Had a good showing at Bill Bush Stadium, but didn't get anything, unfortunately. But she came pretty close a couple times. And now shot from beyond the box and the save. Just another softball-style save there for Tegan Molson. But the drop kick from on the edge of the penalty box. Tries to get up to her midfielder and loses it there now to the left wing. 9 minutes to go. Cody playing methodically here, trying to get an opportunity to go. A bad pass, but ends up going back to the Phillies anyway. Working her way one-on-one. Ricochets. And now Lundgren looks to go to the far side, and a bad pass. That one out the right wing. That will roll up toward the pole vault pit. And now tries to knee it up. Passes it along the ground, overcooks it. A little bit of miscommunication, and that's not a very good spot on the pitch to turn the ball over. Throw in coming up here for Cody. Throws it in into the penalty area. Could be an attacking opportunity. One-on-one, takes the shot. It's off the post. Tries to close in. Worland somehow is going to hang on. Clears it out toward the near side. How did that happen? And Cody has got to take better advantage of that. That one went off the woodwork. That one going to go out the end line there as Annie Page gingerly skips to it there. 8 minutes to go in the half, and Worland can now take a big breath as they'll be able to clear this one away. And meanwhile, while Cody has been attacking all day, their goalkeeper, Macy Ball, has been basically picking daisies back there. Worland has not had a shot on goal today. And out the back, I think they're actually going to call a foul on Cody. If that was pointed the other direction, that would have been a penalty kick, but Worland will have a free kick as a result of the foul. So that's another lifeline being thrown to the Lady Warriors here. Cancels the kick, and now she'll go on the second attempt here. Back heels, and we got a whistle. Foul is going to bring this one back up to Cody. Free kick coming up, delivers into the box. Goes a little to the right, no interference there. And this is going to come back to the Lady Warriors. I think we have a sub. Yep, we do, and it is going to be Ashlyn Hamer checking into the game. Oh, I think they actually gave a yellow card to Worland. So a free kick coming up here for Cody. 6:26 to go in the first half. Winds up, delivers from about 40 yards out, and finds the net on the free kick, and Cody breaks the ice. And it looks like they're going to give this one to, trying to find who they got that one to, but either way, a really good look off the free kick, and it ends up netting the first one of the day for the Cody Phillies. 1-0. We knew it was coming eventually, and not wasting any time on the kickoff. 1-0 Cody Phillies. In case you're just tuning in, you're watching Varsity Girls Soccer 3A, Class 3A action, West versus East, although this is Worland's final season in 3A East. They'll be moving to 3A West for 2027. But for now, these guys are a non-conference opponent as of right now. It's a bit of a relief that they will be moving to 3A West next year. But Worland down 1-0 off the goal. And we might just have to get that goal for you at halftime, tell you who it was, and go from there. But 1-0 Cody. And the goal came about, I'd say, 15, 20 minutes later than we were probably expecting. But it does come up onto the board, and the free kick delivers into the midfield, rolls off her boot. That one skied up on the near side, out of touch along the near side, and rolls onto the track. Having to chase it down there was Aspen Hamilton. She'll throw it in along the near side of the pitch. Broadcast side facing the press box, rolls it in along the near side. Hamilton off the ricochet, now rolls it to the middle, almost taken back by the referee. Paige Lundgren looking for it, cancels the kick. Now here comes Hamilton with it along the near side, and the challenge goes to the floor. Tries to go to the left side, and in the intended pass to Brynlyn Rollins. Throw in coming up here for Cody. A bit of a sloppy throw in, and now kicked back up by Sailor Decker. The sophomore got a boot on it. 5 minutes to go into the 36th minute of play. So with that, a throw in coming in. And by the way, we're trying to fix our clock for you. We do apologize. Cody with a throw in off the chest of one of the Lady Warriors down there on the near side. Throw in coming up for Cody. They'll try it again. 4 minutes to go. 37th minute here. A little bit of contact down there. It was last touched by the Lady Warriors. Throw in for the Phillies. Our clock has been fixed. It's now a good opportunity for us to tell you that the timer that you see on our scoreboard is not the official time. Official time is on the physical scoreboard up on the far side of the track. But Cody trying to mount another attack, trying to make it a 2-0 game before half. And now Worland trying to work it out the back. Well, the midfield play has kind of improved a little bit, but the defenders still need a little bit more work before the games against Newcastle and Torrington, but they're holding their own thus far. Only 1-0 here. Now into the middle, takes the shot and finds the net again. Oh, boy. So 2-0, Cody, another long shot kick. And if I had to guess, I think that one might have been taken from about 35, 40 yards out. That's the second long-range goal of the day for the Phillies, and their second goal in the last 5 to 7 minutes. But the kickoff, and we're back underway. 3 minutes to go. Working our way into the center circle. Cody will have an opportunity. Tries to lay up the kick there, rolls it into the box. And it's one-on-one situation here as Worland looking for an opportunity to clear it out. They'll go along the far side. That rolls out toward the long jump pit. 2:35 to go here in the opening half. Coming up at halftime will be your scores from across the two basins, highlighting your girls soccer scores from the Wind River and Bighorn basins. Takes a shot and again finds the back of the net. That is now the third goal in the last 3 minutes now for Cody. And Maley Ivanov, the junior, that's another goal. I think she scored the first one. I don't know who scored the second goal, but I think she's now got a pair of goals in this game, and it's been a rough end of the half so far for Worland. 3-0 in case you're just tuning in. Ivanov responsible for a couple of goals here in this one. 2:16 still to play. Lundgren tries to fight for the ball. Tries to chop it back up to the near side on a pass attempt to Sailor Decker. And now rolls it along the near side. Loses control. Cody on the counterattack opportunity. All of their goals have come from outside the penalty box today. Rolls it down the near side and out of touch. And I think I figured the Cody Phillies must have switched out their shooting strategy. They're like, okay, if we can't work it into the box, we're just going to have to take shots from outside of it. They've done just that. Two of their goals coming off of, or their first goal coming off of a free kick. The last two goals coming off of attacks and shots from the outside. But flag goes up, 1:27 to go. Trying to fix the clock for you here. And into the penalty box. Worland trying to play this one back out. Goes to the near side, and now this is Boysen with it. Boysen trying to shot, hits their face. And Cody still keeps control of it for now. Into the final minute. Intercepted and taken back by Sailor Decker, the sophomore, chipping it back up. Down along the near side, 50 seconds to play. Boysen looks to her left side, overshoots her man in the 14, Ellie Talich. Tries to roll it along the ground now to the 25 of Ricevitz. Decker trying to chase it down along the near side. Loose ball still along the near side outside the box, and they'll elect to kick it back out as Annie Page feeds it out the broadcast side of the field. Throw in coming in, looks to be, I believe, Mara Graham. We have a sub coming on for Cody. Looks to be the 8 of Rosie Morales. Throw in into the box, off her chest. Kicks it back up into the attacking midfield. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. That is halftime. Needless to say, a lot of adjustments will need to be made in this halftime period. And we're going to take a quick breather. We'll be right back at halftime. The Cody Phillies lead 3-0. All of those goals coming in the final 10 minutes or so of this half. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back in 5 minutes for the beginning of your scores from across the two basins. We'll have that ready for you. But for now, we're going to take a quick breather. You're watching Varsity Girls Soccer on Two Basins Sports Network. Class 3A action from Worland. Like talking back here inside the press box here at Warrior Stadium in Worland, Wyoming, home of the Warriors. It is Class 3A girls soccer on Two Basins Sports Network. Glad to have y'all with us here as we get set to get back into the second half. But first, let's take a look at your scores from across the Two Basins. There's currently only one game in progress from the Wind River and Bighorn Basins. That's the Lander Valley Lander Valley Tigers currently taking on the Douglas Lady Bearcats. That game is currently in Douglas right at this moment. They're playing up at the complex at Douglas High School. Don't really have a score for you on WyoPreps, and we're trying to take a look at the broadcast for that game. No scoreboard in view, so unfortunately we don't have that game for you right now, but the boys... Oh, never mind. I think we do. But trying to get that for you. And then we'll move on to the next game. Douglas still looking for a win on the season in 3A girls soccer. But moving on to the upcoming matchups for the Wind River and Bighorn Basins. Thursday, the number 3 ranked Jackson Lady Bronx will take on the number 2 ranked Riverton Lady Wolverines. That game is set to be played at Wolverine Stadium in Riverton. And then from there, that is it for the Thursday games there. Friday's a little bit more action-packed as the Cody Phillies will take on the Pinedale Lady Wranglers at 3 p.m. in Pinedale. That'll be on Friday. Powell Panthers, number 2 ranked, taking on Lander at Bill Bush Stadium. That'll be Friday at 3 p.m. Buffalo taking on Douglas. Number 4 ranked Buffalo Bison and Douglas Lady Bearcats, and obviously we'll be at this game. The Worland Lady Warriors taking on the Newcastle Dogies this Friday at 4 p.m. in Newcastle. Saturday's games looking pretty well as well for the Two Basins. Starting out with the Star Valley Braves taking on the Riverton Wolverines at noon for that girls kickoff from Wolverine Stadium. After that, Powell Panthers will take on the Pinedale Wranglers for a 10 a.m. match in 3A. Cody will take on Lander. Worland will take on Torrington at noon. We will not be in attendance for that game, unfortunately. And then that is it for that. That has been your scores from across the Two Basins. We're about ready to get going for the start of the second half here in this game. 3-0 is your score. 2 goals were scored by Maylee Ivanoff, the junior, with 2 goals today, and then also Chloe Harris managed to net a goal as well. So that is where those goals have come from today for the Bronx. And unfortunately, just not been the greatest of days for the Lady Warriors. They started off the first half really well, and it kind of went downhill from there, unfortunately. So hoping for a better start to the half here for the Lady Warriors, but unfortunately, just not a great end to the half there. You got to put these 80 minutes together, and unfortunately, Cody kind of turned on the Jets at the wrong time for the orange and black. But we'll be getting ready to go here for the start of the half, and we are underway for the second half. So with that, Phillies will be kicking off to start the second half as Worland kicked us off in the first. Worland will be moving left to right across your device for the second half. Cody trying to mount the attack down the left side. Ricochets and out of touch. I know exactly who she was targeting there. That was Raina Jones, who she was trying to chase down there on the pass. Throw in here for Cody. Thrown in by Maylee Ivanoff. Throws it in, looks to the 18-yard box off the front of her boot. 13 with it. Outside the box, trying to wind up with it. It's Harris, loses her footing, and taken back by Worland. Tries to cough it back up to the left wing. Now taken back away by the number 4 of Kristen Boysen, out of touch along the far side. Throw in as the ball rolls out toward the long jump pit here at Worland High School. Throw in coming in for Worland. They'll be moving to their right here. Bit of a sloppy throw in, comes back to Cody, working their way along the middle of the box. That one ricochets. And now Worland trying to push it up, try to lead her on there. That is going to come back the other way. Paige Lundgren one-on-one, pushes it up on the pass by the 27 of Mia Brassard. Throw in coming in for Worland on that far side of the pitch, up toward the middle school field. Volleys it back up, now rolls it in behind her. Ooh, looks like the flag went up there. So a throw in actually coming in for Worland. That one went out of touch along the far side. Throw in, now here come the Phillies. Tries to pass along the ground. Hayes looking to the penalty box here. Now kicks it back up. Tries to go about 30 yards out, and now working her way up to the penalty box. Tries a kick, as that one's not going to go anywhere but a orange jersey. Tries to go in for a slide to salvage the play. This is coming back to the Phillies. Going up to the far side. Softly kicks it along the middle. Skies the kick. Looks to the near side. Heads it forward. And out of touch along the near side. This is coming back. Cody will have the ball. This is going to be a throw in. Kicks it up near side. Now here comes the one of Maley Ivanoff. Or Molly. Along the near side. This is Aubrey George. Looks to go for a sky kick here. Heads it forward. Now the one of Ivanoff tries it. No good. And she had two shots from about 30 yards out that went into the back of the net, but that one doesn't quite find it there. All it found was the high jump pit. Even then, it wants to roll out toward the middle school. Goal kick coming up for Worland. Winds up for the kick. And now down the right side, tries to heel it back, and now trying to kick it out down the right side. Flag goes up. Throws it into the box. Cody with an attacking opportunity. Gets it back up behind her, and now still in the attacking half here. Cody up 3-0, trying to make it 4-0. Tries a long shot, misses to the left. A good strike, but just goes to the left there. Wonder if the wind didn't quite catch it there. But a goal kick coming up here for Worland. 35 minutes to go in the girls match here. Boys coming up next, trying to rebound off a 10-1 loss to Sheridan last week. Near side. And the interception into the box. 21 with it to strike, and it goes off to the right side. Grace Hayes was there on the shot. 35 minutes to go here in the here in the second half of this match. Cody Phillies trying to go 3-0 here. That one goes out of touch along the far, I meant to say 2-0 actually. And again, they're in that race with Powell and Lander right now, who are sitting 3-0. Of course, they have the advantage of having an extra match played, and right now Lander trying to start off 4-0 over Douglas, and that game currently in halftime at the present moment in Douglas at Douglas Middle School. Throw in along the far side. Tries to kick it up. That's the 17 of Aspen Hamilton. Now trying to kick it back up into the top of the circle. Rolls it along the ground. Now here comes Ashlyn Hamer. Finds a way. Sprinting out in front of it. Tries a through ball and a little bit of miscommunication off of Paige Lundgren. But this one's still alive. Near side with it. Middle. Tries to spin out of it. Tries to chop it up to the near side. Still one-on-one. Getting aggressive is Robertson. Now trying to go one-on-one. Here comes the 16 of Kimber Chrysler. Sorry. Now this one coming back to the backside. Pushes it up. Lofts it forward to the right side. Into the penalty box. One-on-one. Cody looking for an opportunity. Loses her balance a little bit. Now she'll have it on the far side. Tries to cross into the box. Still a loose ball. Tries a shot, hits it off the right side, no good. And it's going to come back to the Phillies, or sorry, to the Lady Warriors. We got a Lady Warrior tying her shoe down there on the 25. And kicks it back up now in the middle. Worland trying to play it out the defensive half here. That one rolls awkwardly off of Ashlyn Hamer down the near side. The interception trying to come back the other way is Ivanov, who's got a pair of goals. She's still looking for that hat trick here in this game. Now to the middle, rolling it along the ground, one-on-one, blows by Hamer. Now looks for it, rolls it along the ground, a shot, and a goal! And the 21, I think is who I saw there. I do believe the goal would have been scored by Grace Hayes. Grace Hayes. So with that, it is now a 4-0 ball game, and Cody, after kind of struggling on net earlier in those first 30 minutes, those first 30 minutes, it just seems like they kind of picked it up quite a bit here in toward the end of that first half. Now here in the second half, starting off hot, a goal here in the 48th minute of action. Rolls it along the ground. Worland in their attacking side of the field. Looks to go one-on-one. Goes up to the right side. Tries to push it up into the box. Now along the near side. Tries to push the ball through a little bit here. Along the ground. Number 6, I believe this is, of Macy Ball. And now the counter-attack opportunity for Worland. Rolls out to the near side. They might still have it. It's out of touch. Referee helps him out there. The throw in. Overcooks it on the pass to Hamer, but it goes out of touch off of a Philly. And now here comes, I want to say this is the 18 of Carries Bennett. She'll throw it in along the near side. Off the midsection, and now here comes Cody trying to mount the counterattack. The 14 with it. Pushes it up past the center circle. And now a big through ball and a big attack opportunity, and I think they whistled it. And it looks like they called an offside on Cody, so got a little bit excited there, went before she should have, and that's going to be a free kick for Worland. Went in behind that final defender a little too early on the pass. And now free kick here for Worland. They'll try to loft it up now to Hamer. Hamer's got it near side, whiffs on it. They'll come back down the near side. And now one-on-one, pushes it up, tried to pass up to the 21 of Grace Hayes. And I can't remember if she's got 1 or 2 goals. I can't remember if it was her or Harris. I think it was Hayes that scored that second goal here. Either way, both 2 of these ladies, if that's the case, with 2 goals on the day. We got subs coming in, 10-25 and 10-25 and trying to see that final number for you, number 11. So this is Ella Wood as well as Molly Reitzovitz and Elena Tortson. On the right side, Hayes looks for it, rolls it in between, and intercepted and kicked back out. Not quite a great clearance there for Worland. It's still going to keep it here with Cody. Now on the far side is the 16 of, I think that's August up there on that far side. And now intercepted, come back the other way. Here comes Cody. Rolls it in into the box, and a brave save for the keeper. Tegan Molson on the scoop there. She's done a really good job defending the attacks today from Cody. It's just been those outside shots that have kind of caught her off guard out of the far side, and the flag goes up. Throw in for Worland. Out of touch along the far side. We're through the first 10 minutes of the second half into the 41st minute of play, 51st minute. Out of touch, onto the track, throw in for Cody. And the throw in, tried to give up to a open Grace Hayes, but the throw's a little offline. Along the near side, tries to pass, in the attempted interception there by Ivanov. Ivanov still sticking to it. Hamer Tries to get it out in front of her, but Ivanoff's there to get it. Passes it along the ground. Here comes the 21 of Grace Hayes, and now the ball still loose. We got a foul. So, never mind. Hoffman looks to be a little shaken up, actually. Apologize. So she is going to come off the field there, getting a little bit knocked around. Clock still going here, 28:36 to go. So while they get her tended to, it looks like Worland going to continue with 10 men. Oh, check that. No, they're actually going to bring Kyla Sumita, the freshman, onto the pitch here to replace her. So get her checked out just a little bit, see what's going on. But Sumita, the freshman, going to get a little bit of extra playing time here out on the pitch. That one delivered into the box. Still dangerous, and it's off to the right side. And you could see it all the way from here. She knew she should have had that one, and it's going to be a goal, or it looks like it's going to be a goal kick for Worland. And Cody kind of playing a bit of a diamond up toward the box here, or up toward the center circle. Those back defenders a little bit under-delivered on the goal kick, and now Worland will still try to make something of it, working it through the middle, one-on-one. Near side, and now the 14 of Ellie Talich. She's looking for something there, and one Warrior goes to the ground. No whistle. That's out of touch along the far side. It's going to be a throw-in for Worland as that goes up toward the chain link. So throw in for Cody, and looks like we do have a sub for the Phillies as well. Kinsey Schramm, the freshman, checking in. Throw in along the far side, gets it to the box, kicks it back out on the defense. Kicks it sky high here, and now it's going to be a matter of who's going to get there first. A good challenge, tries to feed it back through the near. And now Ivanoff's got near side, working her way through, tries to pass along the ground. And back heels it. Now here comes the 5 of Ashlyn Haber, takes the shot, and it's into the goal. So Ivanoff with her third goal of the game, and I think that's going to make my job a lot easier when we have to give out the certificate later. Ivanoff with a hat trick, 3 goals on the day. She's responsible for 3 of 5, and this game, at this point, Cody proving why they're number 1 in the WyoPreps polls in Class 3A girls soccer. We're back underway. 5-0 is your score here from Worland in the second home game of the season for the Lady Warriors. Kicking it out toward the near side on the pass. I believe it intended for Ashlyn Hamer. Throw in for Ivanoff. Trying to keep a hold of it now. The kick out of touch along the near side. It'll be a throw in again for Cody. Ivanoff winds up, looks on a overhead throw, and now being chased down by Carries Bennett. Out the end line there, rolls up toward the high jump pit. This one will result in a goal kick for Worland. And don't forget, coming up after this, we have boys soccer for you as the boys look for their first win of the season following a 10-1 loss to Sheridan. And now trying to work its way through the middle and now back up into the center circle. Kicking back up is Ellie Talich. She had a hold of it there for a second. Now back up into the center circle, one-on-one. And still an aggressive defense there in the midfield. Now works its way through on a hole through the middle and looks to clear it out onto the track to the near side. Good job there by Paige Lundgren to get a hold of it there. And so with that, throw in coming up. Looks to the box. Knees it up. And trying to keep ahead of it here. Now Lundgren, I believe that was, clears it out on the near side. Another throw in for Cody. But still a decent situation here because that does give Cody a little bit more time to think. Also buys Worland a little time to get into their shape as well. 24 minutes left to go in the third match of the season. ladies will be on the road against Newcastle. They'll be the only varsity team in attendance against the Newcastle Dogies, at least to the best of our knowledge. The JV boys will be making the trip up to Newcastle, just about a 10-minute drive from the South Dakota border at Schoonmaker Field in Newcastle. We'll be on site for that game, but we will not be in Torrington, so just a heads up there. Maddie Robertson trying to get it out of there, rolls it along the ground, pushes it up and trying to get it to the circle. Cody trying to get a hold of it, rolls it along the ground, and now the 12 chops it back up. That was Kinsey Schramm. Now down to the right side into the 18-yard box. Tries to go there. That one goes a little bit off to the right side. Goal kick for Worland. And so goal kick coming up. It looks like Lundgren back there on the goal area. And look at that flag. It's having the time of its life. The wind picking up here in Worland. It is Wyoming. Goal kick down to the middle of the pitch. Chests it off for her now. And the interception kicked back up by the 25 of Reitzovitz. And now rolls it in along the ground. A big attack opportunity coming up from the right side. And on the end line it goes, and it is going to be, I believe, a goal kick here for Worland, as we are almost halfway through here. So we're almost halfway through here in this in the second half, about 3/4 of the way through. Goal kick, looks to the middle, off of the knee, and now the 25 rolls it through. Tries to push it back up, and now taken back cleanly by Mia Broussard. She'll go to the far side. Kristen Boysen now pushing it back up into the attacking third. Now still playing it in the back. Pushing it into the far side. Tries a through ball. That one out onto the track. Will be a throw-in coming up here for Cody. And in case you're just tuning in, 5-0. 3 goals for Maley Ivanoff. Ooh, tried to go there a little too overcooked off of the pass to Kyla Samita, but Samita not giving up. It's a loose ball on the near side. Pushed up forward by Mia Broussard. And now here comes Hamer. That one down on the near side. Looks like it's going to be Cody ball. We got subs for Worland, as it looks like Brooklyn August is going to see the pitch here. I think there's also one more coming on. Throw in coming up for Carries Bennett. And now Aspen Hamilton, I think, had a hold of it there. We found out what that yellow card was for. It appeared to have been for handball in the first half. So I was kind of wondering, because we did see that yellow card come out in the first half, but glad to see her back out onto the pitch. And now a big attack coming in down the right wing. Tries to work its way up into the box and hits the corner flag. It's going to be, trying to see here. We got a sub, though, for Cody, 21-9-16-7. 21-9-16-7. So Grace Hayes, Braylee Varian, Kimber Chrysler, and I think Ella Hill headed onto the pitch for Cody. So that's 4 subs. That's a bit to keep a track of, but 4 subs for Cody, trying to get some of those bench players in this final stanza. Out of touch along the end line. Should be a goal kick here as the field workers there give her the ball pretty quickly here, but it'll be a goal kick for Worland. So goal kick coming up for Worland. Looks to the near side, overcooks it. And looking back up to the one of Maley Ivanoff. Ivanoff, once again, for those who are just tuning in, she's got 3 goals today, responsible for 3 of 5. The other 2, I believe, going to Grace Hayes earlier on. So either way, that 3rd goal making my life easier for man of the match today. But that one pushed up by Worland and into the attacking half. And now back into the defending half here is the 12 of Kenzie Schramm was there on the first touch there. Now here comes the 9 of Braylee Varian. Varian down to the near side. It looks like the 21 of Grace Hayes. Looks to the box. Tries a shot. No! Still very dangerous. The 9 on the chip. And to the keeper it goes. Clean leaf, Braley Varian, the sophomore, on the shot, but just a little undercooked that time. Gordon Ramsay would have a fit about that. It's going to be another drop kick here for Worland. And now kicked back up by the 9 of Braley Varian, who just had that shot earlier. And now the near side. Out of touch it goes, I believe, off of August. It looks like a sub coming onto the pitch here. Kinley Hoffman is going to be checking in for the Worland Lady Warriors. Oh, looks like we have a Bronc down, or we have a Philly down, so we're actually going to take a quick breather. We'll be right back. Clock has been stopped at 19:14. It's 5-0. Cody on top here on the road, looking for their second win of the season following a win over Douglas. We'll be right back. You're watching Varsity Girls Soccer on Two Basins Sports Network. Like talking back, it is Maylee Ivanoff that suffered the injury there. She is on the bench, and doesn't look like anything too serious, but we'll keep our eye on it. So hopefully she'll be okay. Hopefully we'll see her back in the game later on. She has been the best performer today for the Phillies, responsible for 3 goals today out of the 5 for Cody. Now to the far side. Rolls it in along the middle of the field. Looking to go down on the attack to the left side. That looked like Hoffman on the left side there. Whiffs on it. Now Cody could have a chance to counterattack. Pushes it up. Defender comes to meet it. And now going along the near side. Looks to the pass to the 18 of Carries Bennett. Bennett one-on-one. Throw-in coming up from the tick mark there. To the 16 now of Brooklyn August. Now they're rolled along the ground. Quick pass up to August. Doesn't quite work out. This is going to be a turnover for Cody. Or to Cody, rather. And now here comes another potential attack mounting as Aubrey George looks to pass to the middle. And now a big attack coming up here as they'll look to go as they try a through ball to the far side. Could be a chance for Worland. Not quite as the defender comes to meet it. And so with that throw in coming up for Worland, they will have a chance here. They're going to stay in the attacking third. That one off the boot, though, off the shin guard. They'll push it up forward. The defenders will come to meet it. Nope, they might not. Actually, here comes the 27 of Mia Broussard. Loose ball. Down the near side. That one rolls out toward the Cody bench. Throw in here for Cody. It looks to be Aubrey George. Will be taking it from the near side. We have a sub for the Phillies. Looks to be the 8 of, I want to say, Rosie Morales. Throw in here into the 18-yard box. Cody with the possession. Looks for the kick. That's going to go off a little bit there. Hayes, I believe, was looking for her 3rd goal of the game. And she's had herself a fantastic afternoon here on the road. Throw in coming up from the far side. Worland trying to play it out the back here. As trying to chase it down was Aspen Hamilton. Now to the middle, tries to spin out of it, one-on-one, looks around along the ground, and now on a through ball and intercepted again by Ellie Talich. Tries a long ball. That one has been working all day for Cody, but not that time, as that one will roll out toward the middle school parking lot. So it looks like Decker think they're going to have a sub here for Worland. But that is Sailor Decker, the sophomore. Also a potential sub here for Cody. Will be checking in on the next dead ball. That's the 23 of Savannah Profit, the senior. Rolls it in along the ground. Back to meet it. There is the 21 of Page. Page goes around the far side. Still one-on-one. Intercepted by Cody. Coming back the other way on a good, clean challenge for the Phillies. Tries to switch directions. Goes to the near side. Intercepted potentially by August. Nope, it's coming back the other way. And now Braley Varian, who had their last shot or the last on-target shot for Cody, is going to get rid of it. Now here comes Aubrey George to the near side. Now going to her right side. Takes the shot from outside the box, and it's into the net! And it is great. It is Grace Hayes, the second Philly to get 3 goals on the day. Those two have had exclusivity on the scoreboard. Second hat trick of the game. The Lady Warriors let up a hat trick against another Bronx team recently, Sheridan Bronx. One of their, I can't remember the name of the player, but Sheridan had a player get a hat trick against the Lady Warriors this past weekend. But Worland trying to mount the attack. They have pretty good luck getting something started after the kickoff. Tahoe tried to get out in front of it. And the keeper, for the first time today, that is Macy Ball, finally able to get some action there as she's been picking daisies all day. Worland has not had much of a, hasn't had many opportunities. They had one earlier on in that first half, I believe, but that's about it. Macy Ball has just kind of had to stay in the box and just be, stand on guard just in case. We got one checking in. Looks to be, I want to say, the 29 of Mara Graham. She'll come on to replace the 13 of Aubrey George. Throw in along the far side, rolls it along. This is going to be off of the far side, and now tries a loft into the attacking half. And now throwing it in here along the far side is going to be Cody. 14 minutes to go here in this match. The boys coming up right after this. Now out of touch it goes, throws it in. Whoop, looks like the flag went up again. This is going to come back the other way to Worland. Sub for Cody. And looks like Mia Mach, the junior. I think this is the first time we've called out her name today. She's going to come in late into this match. Cody going to have an opportunity from that far side. Throws it into the box. Skies it up. Still has a chance on goal if they might have an opportunity. Rolls it back, and now one-on-one. Keeps it from outside the box. Wide's up for the shot, and it goes wide. I believe it was Hayes on the shot there for Cody. Either way, it's going to be goal kick coming up for Worland. So goal kick coming up for Worland. Cody playing as deep as they have all game. 5-0 is your score. Off the boot, looks to a light touch now to the near side. Gets rid of it on the first touch. Aspen Hamilton has been a key figure today for Worland. I have been pretty proud of how she's played today, but unfortunately it just seems like the rest of the orange jerseys have just not been up to par today. And they should have a chance at life in those games against Torrington and Newcastle, a couple of teams that kind of are not usually really that good in 3A soccer. Torrington especially 0-3 on the year so far. Kicks it up into the bottom of the circle. Now one-on-one. This is going to come up into the middle. Kicks it back up, and that one overshoots it on the pass to Kimber Chrysler. Along the near side, Talich gets rid of it. Now here comes Mia Mach. Mach on a ground pass. Near side to the Varian. Now into the box. Outside the 18-yard box here. Now retreats back just a little bit. Worland on a touch. This is going to come back up to the far side. 12 minutes to go in the match at large here. One-on-one situation, chops it up just a little ways into the box. Trying to get out there on the defensive end as they try to chase it out. Mackley Rohde, I believe, was back there in a little bit of a collision. Far side, looks on a ground pass. So along the ground, holds onto it, chips it up. And tries from outside the box in a slow roller. Molson's there to save it. Beautiful job there by the keeper. And she's it's been a tale of two keepers today for Tegan Molson. And she has saved a lot of good close range shots that realistically probably shouldn't have been saved. She has gotten her hand on this. It's been those long shots that have kind of thrown her off guard today. Don't know what's going on there, but she's done really well on some of those difficult saves, and just some of the routine saves have just kind of gone by her. And that's what's led to hat tricks for both Grace Hayes and Mally Ivanoff. Passes it along the ground here, and now here comes an opportunity for Mia Mach. And now down the near side. Braylee Varian with it on the near side. It's kicked out. Getting a little physical down there. Looked like a little bit of pushing and shoving after the play had ended there, but here comes the 16 of Kimber Chrysler. She'll throw it into the penalty area. Kicks it up. Still in danger here. Not quite out of the woods yet. Cody will have an opportunity along the ground. The defenders will pick it up in the circle here. Trying to get it out of there is Mia Broussard, the junior defenseman. And now the challenge off of Kinley Hoffman. It's come back the other way. Here comes Ella Hill. And now one-on-one, trying to get by. Gets to the left side on a bit of an outlet pass here. Now rolls it along the ground. Out of touch along the near side. Throw in for Worland. And we have a sub coming on for the Lady Warriors. Number 24, Lily Studi, the freshman, into the game. Studi scored a really big amount of goals for the middle school team. Last year was a very key piece alongside those of Kyla Samita and company. Off the boot and out of touch along the near side. The 10 of Ella Wood, or no, sorry, check that the 10 of Elena Studi was the one who had control of it, or had the boot there. 9 minutes to go in the match. Kinley Hoffman checking in. And they'll come off the pitch ready to go here. Throw in coming up. Tosses it into the box. A little overcooked. Could it be headed back? Yes. Out the end line. And so with that corner kick coming up here for Cody. 8:24 to go. Winds up, delivers into the box. Back heel, not quite out of it yet. And into the penalty box, tries to clear it away. Danger is still not averted, but it goes off the boot the wrong way off of Mara Graham. And we will see a throw in here for the Lady Warriors. Off the 17 of Aspen Hamilton, and out of touch it goes along the near side. And big danger here, still chasing it down into the box. Comes to meet it, doesn't quite beat it out of play there. Looks like it'll be a corner kick for Cody, as that flag is going absolutely haywire. Not as much as it was earlier, but corner kick, delivers. And now trying to wind up, has a shot on goal, hits the crossbar. Mara Graham on the shot from outside the penalty area. That's going to be another goal kick for Worland. And so with that, goal kick, in case you're just tuning in, 5-0. Cody on top. 3 goals for Mally Ivanoff, 3 for Grace Hayes. Out of the near side, Aspen Hamilton Looks back to the near side, rolls it along the ground. Now into the middle, and now taken back by one of the Cody defenders. Plays it into the circle. Along the ground it goes. This could be an attack chance. That one chipped up by the 15 of Kinley Hoffman. And now Worland could have a chance for a counterattack. That one rolls freely along the far side. Could be a chance. And a big through ball to Paige Lundgren, but it's met. Sorry, that was actually Lily Studi. I apologize. But not quite done yet. Worland not giving up on the play. Did she overcook it? I think she did, and she definitely did. Out of touch along the near side. It will be back to Cody. And coming up in about 1 minute, we will deliver your Two Basins Sports Network Man of the Match. I think you will not be very surprised at all about this one. So, unfortunately, Warriors heading into this game against Newcastle and Torrington, not in the greatest strength here, but unfortunately, kind of just how this goes sometimes. Worland usually has struggled beginning of the season. Once they get into 3A East play, it's not so bad, but especially when you have these games coming up against Douglas and, Torrington and Newcastle and Rollins, it's going to get a little easier from here on out. They should be able to rack up some good points in the standings, but now looks up to the left side, looks into the box. Going to be a foot race. Ricochet still has a chance. 24 with it outside the box. Looks to her back and sends a man tumbling. Near side, and it's getting a little bit physical down there on that near side. They're trying to win the ball. 5 minutes to go. Now down to the near side, chips it up. Now kicks it back up, heads it forward. Now looks to the near side. Passes it softly along the ground to the near side, and it is going to go out of touch along the paint there. And we got a sub coming, or two subs, 19 and 10. So this is Ava Kendrick and Ella Wood checking in. Also coming onto the pitch looks to be the 13 of Aubrey George, the senior, coming back on. That being said, time to deliver your Two Basins Sports Network Man of the Match. It's a tough one. I think I'm going to give this one to Grace Hayes, actually. I feel like she's just had a phenomenal game today. 3 goals on the day, and I believe an assist. Not to discount the day it's absolutely not to discount the day Maylee Ivanoff has had, but Grace Hayes has had just a significant impact on the game today. She deserves Man of the Match. Maylee Ivanoff, as well as Molly Ricevitz, and I'm also going to say Ellie Talich are going to be your honorable mentions today for Cody. Honorable mentions today for Worland will include Paige Lundgren, as well as Aspen Hamilton and Annie Page. Those are the 3 that I feel like are deserving of honorable mentions for today's match. So the Worland Lady Warriors will be on the road against Newcastle this upcoming weekend. Then they'll turn back around and have a morning game against Torrington. It looks like they're going to have Grace Hayes check in. She'll be coming back in here very soon with 3:10 to go. 6-0, Cody on top. They will rack up their second win of the season. Now they have taken down 2 opponents in a row in non-con play. They took down Douglas last week, and now they've taken down Worland, and I think they'll be playing Lander later, or I can't remember actually. I think they're either playing Lander or Riverton later on this week. I can't quite remember. I do apologize. But along the ground, 2:42 to go. Chops it up. Pushes it forward. Now the 18 with it. This is Carrie's Bennett, sorry. 2:30 to go. Ricochets along the near side. Rolls it along the ground. This is to the 15 of Kinley Hoffman. And now back up. And Ella Wood trying to get an opportunity for a shot there, but Worland kind of just playing back, trying to play a little bit smarter here. But the interception for Cody, this could prove to be dangerous. And whiffs on the pass there. This is going to come back to Worland possibly, but for how long? Worland pushing it back up on a bit of a small touch there. 2-minute warning here in the match. Don't forget boys match coming up right after this. Close out our stretch of games here. The two-game home opener for Worland. They played here against Sheridan I think on Saturday. But we got one checking in. Gray's Haste will get a last gasp here in these final 90 seconds. And Marion Mears has really, she's got herself a really stout group of kids. Remember, this is a squad that came off of a state championship in Gillette last year. Also had a state championship run in 2023 as well. So, whether or not they're odd-year merchants, I'll let you decide. But their 7th girls soccer title in school history, that's got to mean something. They'll be looking for number 8 here in 2026 as the state championships will be in July. Again, that one goes up to left side and out of touch. As we are into the final seconds of this match, 43 seconds left, and really, I think the only thing Jesus Davila can do with his squad, they just need to forget about this game and move on to Newcastle, because that's going to be the game that really matters. That's going to open out 3A East play for Worland with those games against Newcastle and Torrington. One more reminder to our audience, we will be in Newcastle. That is going to be a girls-only day for us, as Newcastle does not have a varsity boys team this season. So we will be there for girls only. So with that, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. And that will do it from Warriors Stadium here in this girls match, as the Worland Warriors cannot get it done. They fall to 0-3. Cody now promotes themselves to 2-0, and they put themselves in that mix. They kind of have to now rely on Powell and Lander to lose their games. Lander obviously playing in Douglas today, so that could possibly be, Worland was hoping to be a bit of a spoiler in that 2A West race to start off the season, but Cody gets the job done. 6-0 is the win. They now advance to 2-0 on the season. Worland now drops down to 0-3, and that is going to conclude our coverage of girls 3A soccer. The boys game coming up in the next 20 minutes. We'll see you then. But for now, if that's all you're here for, we thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you for the boys game, or we'll see you in Newcastle, depending on who you are. And with that being said, as always, please drive home safe and do not pet the buffalo. Final score of this one, the Cody Phillies 6, Worland Lady Warriors 0. And once again, your player of the game, Grace Hayes.